Welcome back to CLE Weekend. You know, the weather, it is now nicer, right? We're not in winter, we're officially in spring. And, you know, it's nice to know there's plenty of events starting to pop up around town, things we can do. It's like we got that itch, right? You want to get outside. Well, for all you film lovers, I want you to get ready for the 48th Cleveland International Film Festival. Here to tell us a little bit more about what to expect this year, we've got Artistic Director Mallory Martin and Associate Director Patrick Shepard. So Patrick, Mallory, thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so Patrick, I want to start with you. Give us a little rundown kind of what we can expect at the festival this year.
Sure. The 48th Cleveland International Film Festival kicks off this Wednesday, April 3rd. We'll have an opening night gala that evening, and then the next day is when we really get down to business because there'll be 263 screenings at Playhouse Square in the Connor Palace, the KeyBank State Theater, the Mimi Ohio Theater, the Allen Theater, and the Upper Allen, and will run for a full 11 days there at Playhouse Square.
Listen to him go. He's like, I know this and this and this and this. So you guys know your stuff. Mallory, I want to move on to you. Let's talk about maybe any special screenings.
Yeah, so he knows the stuff, I know the movies. So 3 of our spotlight screenings at the upcoming festival we're really excited about. So Patrick mentioned our opening night gala. Before the gala is our opening night film. This year it's an action comedy called Thelma. That premiered at Sundance, and it's starring June Squibb in her first leading role in her 93 years, I think, her 70-year career. It's directed by Josh Margolin. He's going to be here for a Q&A afterwards, and that's really exciting. Yeah. And that's Wednesday, April 3rd. And then our centerpiece screening is Tuesday, April 9th, and that's a documentary called Sherry and Lamb Chop, which is about lamb chop. And much more so Sherry Lewis, who created the character, and her reign, and her daughter has actually taken over now and is and hopefully will be doing a Q&A with us with Lamb Chop as well. So we're excited for that screening, and then we're going to close out the festival on April 13th this year on Saturday, and that's with our closing night film that we're super excited about, which is a documentary called Devo, about the Akron band Devo, which also premiered at Sundance. We're really excited to hopefully be doing a Q&A with the band as well afterwards. Ooh. And it's about as fun of a film as the band is itself, I think. So it's a great film.
Talk about a way to like close out the show. I mean, listen, it is long, right? So sandwiched in between there is April 8th. Do you know what's happening on April 8th? If you don't, I don't know where you've been living, okay? It is the total solar eclipse. Are you guys doing anything to celebrate?
We are. So technically, the festival will be dark during the day. No pun intended. Well, I guess pun intended. And then, you know, we want everybody to go experience the eclipse, and we're partnering with the Great Lakes Science Center with their Total Eclipse Fest. So leading up to Monday, we will have 2 screenings at the Great Lakes Science Center. On Sunday, April 7th, we're doing a screening of a documentary called Maestra, which is then followed by the Cleveland Orchestra playing at the Science Center. So that'll be exciting. And then on Monday, right after the eclipse at 5 o'clock at the Science Center, we're doing a documentary there. It's called Small Town Universe, which is about one of the largest satellite telescopes in West Virginia.
Wow.
So that'll be happening at the Science Center. Back at Playhouse Square that night, we're doing a bunch of discounted screenings. So tickets are only $5 for any of the films in the last 2 rounds, which don't start until 6 o'clock that night, including we're doing a fun screening of Twilight Saga, the Eclipse movie that night, to try to draw in a younger crowd and have a little bit of fun. Like, what chance do you have to watch an eclipse and then go watch an eclipse movie?
Well, there's so much. Like, we're talking over 350 films. Like, how, if I'm coming and I want to, like, how do I dissect and figure out what I want to do? What's the best route to go?
So we have a number of ways to sort of divide it up. Okay. Sidebars are probably one of the best options for people. So those are different ways that we categorize the many films that we have at the festival. There are cultural sidebars, but we also have some fun ones. We have a new one in there called the sports section this year for all of our sports films, especially over the first weekend when the Women's Final Four tournament is going to be here, and that crowd will be here.
Yeah, then I was going to say, this is a good thing to kind of help. I love, first of all, it's like sitting on the countertop. You're like, oh yeah, let's go, and let's just have like a good time looking at all this different stuff. So this is really great. Patrick, where can we go for more information, to get tickets, kind to find the full breakdown?
Sure thing. Clevelandfilm.org is where you can purchase tickets. There's a discount code for WOIO viewers. That is WOIO, so that's easy to remember. That'll get you a $1 ticket discount off any purchase. And we do want to mention that there is SIF 48 streams. So after the Playhouse Square in-person festival wraps up on Saturday, April 13th, we'll have 8 days of streaming from April 14th through the 21st. Wow. Not everything in the Playhouse Square Festival is on the streaming platform. Only about half of the feature films are. Mallory asks for all of them, but they don't all give us permission. But it's just a little pro tip is if you want to see as many films as you'd like, just make sure that you see what's at Playhouse Square and what you can stream.
Yeah. Okay. Pro tips from both of these two. Mallory, Patrick, thank you guys so much. Again, that's clevelandfilm.org for all of that information. And again, I cannot wait because there is lots of good stuff. You gave us some really good little tidbits. I'm like, what about that one and that one? Thanks again, guys. We'll be right back on CLE Weekend.